Hello guys, this is MD865, and well, if I seem a little bit weird right now, it's just because I just had a massive ass anxiety attack type thing, and they're not pleasant, they're not fun, they're not good, and they generally cause you a lot of pain and fatigue. But yeah, but I did want to make this video anyway because I was thinking about this earlier today, and well, I'm sure everyone knows who's been like, this is really about a Pokemon Showdown thing, that they recently have come out with an NU Alpha tier. This was probably about a week and a half ago or so now. And it's kind of cool. I think I mentioned this in like my last vid or something. There's a lot of broken shit in it, though, that should not be in the damn tier in the first place. There's like, there's Sigilif, there's Durant, there's Virizion, however the hell you want to say it. There's... in my opinion, Bouffalant and Golurk, Uxie, Mesprit to a degree as well, and it's very balanced. It's kind of like a better Kingdra with a crappier typing, although I can understand the way why they're both there. Uxie has no offensive prowess whatsoever, and Knockoff basically decimates it now because Knockoff is so common and it's so overpowered. The same thing goes for Mesprit. So, I mean, that kind of sucks, but what can you do? Dark's OP. It's just really stupid. But yeah, there's that. There are a few others too who shouldn't be in that tier. Sceptile is a little bit weird because he has a ton of speed, decent special attack, pretty good move pool, especially in physical. I mean, he gets Focus Blast, he gets Leaf Storm, he gets Giga Drain, he gets Hidden Power, he gets hell's the other thing? He gets something else random that's good, that's a special attack. He gets, the one thing he really lacks is Ancient Power, and don't mind me, I keep looking down, but there's just, I'm waiting for something to actually sort of work on the ground below me, and it's not working, so that's not good. But it's actually another computer because, well, it's being a butthole. But no, there are a lot of things in that tier. It should not be there right now. At least Absol never set crappy tier again. Now Absol, for anyone who kept up with 6th Gen, if you haven't lived under a rock, Absol has one of the Mega Evolutions, and Absol is just, I love Absol, I love it anyway, but it's so good, and it looks like some evil angel thing. It looks awesome. It looks amazing. But yeah, so that's really cool. And there are a few other things in NU that shouldn't be there. Again, Sigilif, Uxie, Mesprit, well, Mesprit and Uxie a little bit more should be there and stay there. Than Sigilif's absurd. Durant is ballistic. I've seen it literally just kill everything after one Hone Claws. Virizion's pretty good. I mean, it's got pretty good typing. It's got pretty good, whatever. Minus max 4 weak to flying. So ironically, of all things, Fletchinder can kind of eat it alive, which is actually a surprisingly underrated threat in that tier. I mean, I know tons of people posted videos about it lately. Fletchinder is freaking dangerous. And if you underestimate it in NU, you will get popped by it. You will get absolutely popped. The other one who shouldn't be in that tier is Doughblade. Doughblade pisses me off. That thing should not. No, it's so good. Despite knockoffs to him, the Violet makes it so bulky that it does not matter. It only takes one knockoff does like 53%, and that's to something weak to it with an item. Like, that's frightening. Like, that's just frightening. Most things are weak to it have an item take over 75%. Like Miss Magus, Chandelure. I think Chandelure is one-shot, and Miss Magus is 2, I believe. If it's at like lower than like 60%. I've seen Uxie's one-shot from like 50 with knockoff, which is pathetic. That shows how broken the move is now. Because Miss Magus is NU too, which is like, okay, I'm just gonna face palm real quick. But yeah, it's really dumb. Even things like Golurk take a lot of damage from a knockoff. I mean, things that are weak to it generally take crap tons, but Doughblade is just like, oh, what was that? You attacked me with a physical move. No. Flick it off and just get back up. There are a few others as well who should be out here. But Excelgorf only for its speed. I mean, its special attack too with a Life Orb can make it decent, or Specs. Like, so I don't really. It is frail, yes, but that's the bug thing, the bug ninja. For anyone who doesn't know what that thing is or remember. Archeops too. I know everyone knows that stupid bird because it's crappy ability. Freaking defeatist, terrible ability. Lowers your attack, special attack by half when you're below 50%, which is terrible. Seeing how paper thin he is. Yep, and like I said, guys, if I seem a little bit too, I'm sorry, I just had a bad anxiety attack, but I wanted to kind of talk about this tier stuff because I didn't really get a chance during my last video a couple days ago, and it was kind of irritating me because I got kind of like, I wasn't really rushing myself, but I think I was kind of like, I felt kind of, I don't know, sort of time strapped, I don't know what the word is. I'm really sleepy. Damn. But yeah, what else should not be in that tier? There are a myriad of things. I already said, but those are more opinion. Bouffalant and Golurk, I mean, Bouffalant can do a lot of things in that tier that are very good, and it's just not something, like, I for one love that thing, and if you mess with it, it pretty much is going to pop you. I mean, I've had too many people hit me with grass moves, and it's quite comical when they say, oh, does everyone expect Energy Ball? I'm thinking, yes. Because you have out a Sigilith against a Seismitoad lead. Yes. I kind of expect a grass move of some variety. Yeah. Saying Sigilith's move pool is about as vast as an ocean. So yes. It gets ice, fire, steel, fairy, grass, ghost. I was about to say shadow. Ghost, rather, electric, psychic, flying. Its move pool is ballistic. I think it gets like at least like 9 or 10 times the move. It's crazy. So that's one of many reasons that thing shouldn't be in that pit of a tier. But look at things like Delibird and Dunsparce, who are just not that great at all. Dusknoir is 2 down there, which is disgusting. He should be an RU. He's really bulky. You give him an Assault Vest, he'll tank special hits all day, all night, all year. He doesn't care. Oh, Shadow Ball's adorable. No, and then I kill you with Shadow Punch. No. Because Shadow Punch basically will Shadow Punch from that thing to most frail ghosts, or frailer ghosts on the physical side, like things like Jellicent. Even a Golurk might be one-hit KO'd if it's not running max HP. I mean, Dusknoir is very good, and it's a disgrace he's in NU. It's not, to me anyway, it's an absolute disgrace. Yeah, Dougie's still an RU. Well done, everyone. Well done. Very good. That's my nice golfer's clap. Well done. And what they have done though is they've banned Venomoth, guys. They've banned it. It's fine. Anyone else hear us crickets chirping right now? Because I do. Jesus. Oh, and Feraligatr. That's Feraligatr, Sandslash, and Almastar. That's the other trifecta. Sandslash, I mean, at least NU finally has a decent spinner. That's a mixed blessing. So, I mean, I suppose that's okay. Almastar is very, very good. Almastar is for Shell Smash really, really strong. And finally, Feraligatr is just really good. Although, I know Doughblade pretty much eats him alive. I mean, but, like, Doughblade really can. Cause I've set up in one's face and just destroyed it with Doughblade. But yeah, overall, that tier is very fun. I mean, that's kind of, I think, the point I was trying to get across. You can surprise people, like, this one guy had his Regirock in, and I'm like, oh, okay, so he thinks he can hit me the rock move. No. Because I had Focus Blast on something he would never expect Focus Blast on, and he got absolutely popped, which was great. It was hilarious. So, but yeah, that tier is pretty fun, and people, unfortunately, people are still kind of familiarizing themselves with it to a degree, so it's kind of, Pangoro's the other one. Pangoro should not be an NU, and there's a reason for it. It's just not, it's scary. Pangoro is just no. And if no one has used it, you damn well better use it, because it's really good. Dear me, if you play NU, use it. It's so good. But yeah, I think that was the real point I was trying to get across. And I think the main reason I want to talk about that was, not only was on my mind earlier today, but when I have anxiety, I tend to play Pokemon because it really sort of soothes my anxiety, like, a lot. Like, it just does. And I think, everyone kind of needs that. Like, that one thing you can turn to, or, one thing, or one or two people, or whatever, whatever you may have. Because I know, like, most people in this world get anxiety, and that's, that's understandable. It's sort of part of life. I mean, stress, anxiety, it is. But if anyone gets full-blown anxiety attacks, I feel very bad for you, and I feel for you, because they suck horrendously. Horrendously. And I would probably not wish them on people. Here's one little thing. I will say this. I wouldn't wish it on a guy in high school who oh god, I can't even say what he did. He was so stupid. I won't even say it on YouTube. It was so, basically it involved him blaming me for something with a girl that never ever occurred. So, and he was just very stupid. He had no sense in his head. I don't really understand where his brain was, but wherever it was, it wasn't the elevator didn't go. It didn't go all the way to the top floor of the Empire State Building. It didn't go all the way. It just didn't. But yeah, so I don't know what the deal was there, but. So yeah, but the anxiety attacks really suck. So like I say, anyone who has them, like I feel for you majorly, because they're one of the most awful things you can ever experience. Physiologically speaking, they're draining to hell. So I'm surprised I'm making this, because anyone can see people might see it anyway. I mean, like my sleep's just been kind of like weird, but yeah, but yeah, whether it be a certain game or even certain people. I mean, I know I have probably 2 people like that, but one of them hasn't, I don't know, he just hasn't been around as much, which has really sucked, and just, I miss him, but, yeah, I mean, I really do, and kind of sucks. Actually, I exposed 3, but one of them I haven't seen in a little while. I mean, what am I saying? I saw him 2 days ago. No, never mind. Jeez. But, so I guess 3, but moreover, it's 2. It really is 2, and one of them I really miss right now, but I just do. It's awful. But yeah. And then the other thing is, I basically had to ask my friend if I could say this, because the guy I've been talking about in the last couple of videos too, where I told like this story about him, and about him basically having, well, because society, we like to say we're open-minded people, when in reality most of us are narrow-minded and can be quite bigots at times, and be idiotic and stupid and foolish and a bunch of other synonyms for that same thing. But I asked my friend if I could disclose this stuff, and he's like, not just some of that other stuff, but this other thing, because this thing is a little more, I mean, maybe not, but to an extent it is, because he point blank asked me, like, back then, what do I do, if this girl wants to come over for dinner, what do I do? I mean, she lives pretty close. I'm like, you gotta relax. I'm like, for one, you gotta relax. He was all like panicky, and I know what panic's like. Like I said, I have anxiety attacks, so I'm like, I didn't want him panicking. I'm like, oh my god. So I had to calm him down. So I told him, look, dude, okay, here's the deal. I'm like, if you're really asking me, it must mean you trust my judgment on this. So let me ask you something. Like, all you have to do is tell your parents, she has a lot of stuff to do. Because at the time, they were finishing up their senior year of high school, blah, blah, blah. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of BS. It really is. I should know. I've been there, obviously. I mean, everyone can tell I'm pretty much past the age of high school, like, senior year. And if you can't, well, you didn't go to Specsavers. But seriously, yeah, my stupid joking aside, he asked me that, and I'm like, bro, like, what you got to do is and if she ever broached the topic, you just gotta say my parents are out of town a fair bit, and they were. So that wasn't a lie. Nor the fact she had a lot to do. So if she even asked, I would have been surprised. I mean, actually she didn't. I mean, was that the one of the 3 who had the younger sister? I don't remember anymore. Because like I said, 3 girls had the hots for him. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm jealous. We can somehow place. That wasn't fair. Okay, my being a jealous ass aside. I'm so mad. Jesus, I gotta stop. Okay. The salt is real. The frustration is real. But yeah, so, and he basically said too, and then the other part of this really was, and this is the part I really had to ask him about, and I'll only say a little bit, because I'm sure people get the idea, and if you don't, then you're probably, I don't even know how dense someone would have to be to not get this. I don't. But he basically just, cause I'm pretty much going to say it flat out anyway, he basically said, he was like, well, what do I do if she wants to do more? He's like, I just don't know. I'm like, more than make out? I'm like, I'm sitting there scratching my head a little bit. I'm like, well, she'll know if it doesn't work. She'll know if there's something not, clicking. So, and eventually it'll come out. The what's it called? The facade of a lie always crumbles under truth eventually. That's the thing people gotta remember when they lie. It just does. And that's why I was gonna make sure he didn't lie to her or to his parents if he gave some reason. And I'm like, if you're really trusting me to be love guru, that's nice of you. But considering I didn't really have a girlfriend, like a serious girlfriend, in my first year of college, I wasn't one to be giving advice of any type in that regard. But I figured, you know what, screw it, I'll help him. I mean, he's my friend, I really care, and you know, I'm not gonna leave him hanging. And that's what I did. And I was just like, and I think, again, thankfully now, despite our semi-narrow-minded still society, kind of, you know, very narrow-sighted at times, I tell you he's living a bit happier, and he's, you know, because the other part was, she was always pressuring him. She was like, how about we go here? How about we go to the mall? Or how about we go to the movie? Or how about we do this? Now, for a straight guy, that wouldn't be a big deal. Well, it might be, because shopping is, no, please, no. Unless it's shopping at the food court, no. N-O. No. Yeah. Yeah. One of my exes figured out the hard way. No. I carried her some shoes. I'm like, go have fun. That's all I said to her. I'm like, go have fun. I'd given her a little bit of money. I gave her, I think, $50 for her birthday. I'm like, have fun. And I'm like, if you have any money on you, have fun. I'll be your carry, help you carry stuff. That's it. I wasn't about to. I'm like, I'm not gonna feel like, no, no, please. I'm gonna be generous to a point. No. So, but yeah. And he's like, she always wants to go this and that. And I'm like, plus if she's putting pressure on you, I'm like, she may not have the hots for your body. She may actually have the hots for you. Because he was quite well defined, so to speak. Like his abs were like scary, like almost comic book chiseled. It looked really stupid and really fake. And I'm just like, did you get those out of a magazine, dude? Did you? It was just weird. But so yeah, I'm like, if she's doing that, that's not fair. Like it's, I mean, it's one thing to put a little if you haven't hung out in a while, or if you haven't, that's weird. It was just like, but it also made me realize she didn't expect anything, which made it harder. He's like, what am I gonna do though? She likes me so much. I'm like, eventually it's gonna come out in the wash. She's gonna figure it out, literally, or she's gonna figure it out through someone else, and you don't want that. That's the worst. That's the friggin' worst. But yeah, raspberry lemonade. Yeah. So basically, that's what I said to him. Like, and he's like, you're right. He's like, you're right. He's like, I can't believe I started pushing people away because I was living a lie like that. I'm just like, dude, I'm still here. Like, I wouldn't go anywhere. Like, I wouldn't. Like, I mean, we all need that one person to trust, or the one or two people to really trust. Thankfully, that was me and his brother for him. Because if people don't have that during especially periods like that, like trials and periods like that, you're screwed. Because if you don't think your family's going to approve of it, or be like, or you're kind of wary of it, that's not a pretty scenario. And that's, I think, what he envisioned, and thankfully me and his brother were there to kind of not even break the fall, but more or less break it, sort of to him that, hey, you know what, they're going to care about you. And if they don't, we do. I mean, because I was one of his closest friends. It's like, you know what? Like, dude, I don't, whatever. Just whatever. It was just like, what, if I care about someone, I care about them. No matter what they are, who they are, it doesn't matter. And it made me sad that he would think even anything less. That I just almost get they're weird. It's almost getting me emotional right now. But it's like, I wouldn't. Like, that's just how I am. But yeah. Like I said, the real main point of this video is that Pokemon's a great anxiety reliever. So find someone or something or both that can be great anxiety relievers. Because if anyone has them, like I said, I feel very, very much such sad if you have anxiety attacks because they're painful. Yeah, panic attacks, whatever people call them. Though I think panic and anxiety are a little different. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But yeah, anyone who has them, this is oof. But yeah, so. Like I said, helps having the people to trust, But that was more the other thing with my friend. It does help, though, have that kind of, that network, that good social, fairly decent. Even like 2, maybe even 3 people, that's all you need. Sometimes even just 1. If you're like that, if you have trust issues, I mean, trust is big. If you have stuff like that, it's hard. It makes it really freaking hard. But yeah, so who knows? I might be off to play some Pokemon now. Why the hell not? So yeah, I don't know. But Like I said, NU Alpha tier though on Pokemon Showdown is very fun. So anyone who wants to try, experiment, mess around with random sets and stuff, do it. It's pretty fun, especially if you like low tiers, So, but yeah. Anyway, guys, this is MD865. I guess I'm out of here. That is it. I will see everyone later. Goodbye. Yeah.